So what happens when a national scandal ruins your image? How can you come back from something like what Manti T'eo is dealing with, or Lance Armstrong for that matter? We're talking about rebranding your image. Jeff Hahn is with us this morning, who's a PR agent. Jeff, thanks for coming in early this morning.
Yeah, good to be here, Greg.
You've got the situation of Manti, who he's got the imaginary girlfriend thing working. It's blown up. It became so convoluted, I had a hard time keeping up with what was what. How does this young man who's at a pivotal point in his life, who probably should go to the NFL because he's that good, but he's got a lot of explaining to do?
Yeah, it really is one of those, it's almost a tragic situation. Here's a young guy who let events kind of overtake him, and now it's time to unwind him, try to figure out what to do. I think, you know, for figures like this, especially public figures, they have the opportunity that you or I might not have, and that is to turn this curse into a cause. Turn a curse into a cause, and when you can do that, you can become a spokesperson, for example, for a particular issue. You know, if I were Manti T'eo, I might call Mark, the Facebook guy, Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
I might call him and say, why don't I become a spokesperson for Facebook fraud and be a person who speaks out against that and helps other young people avoid it. That's the way you turn a curse into a cause.
He's almost got to consider himself, and you deal with companies on a daily basis on trying to have how to figure out their problems and right the ship, so to speak. Does he need to kind of think of himself as a company, so to speak, in this state?
He is a brand, you're right, and that's a good point. And it's a very difficult adjustment for a lot of people to make, to understand that I'm not just the football player that I thought I used to be. There's an image to be protected, and there's a lot of financial implications for every decision he makes. That's what happens to a public figure.
And now the case of Lance Armstrong. Is it too late? Have too many things happened, too many lies, too many leading people in the wrong direction, and what he wanted people to believe, and maybe even himself to believe, what may or may not have taken place? Is it too late for him to recapture any sort of respect from the general public?
Well, I'm an optimist always about these things. You know, people are quick to forgive as long as they feel like you're genuine and authentic and contrite. So, you know, if I were Lance, I might go on a goodwill tour. He's done a bad thing, so now do good things. Be seen in places that people might not expect. Be seen doing good things. I might, if I were him, be at the finish line of a little 5K race here or there, cheering people through. He loves sport. He loves competition. Demonstrate the love of that by being in unexpected places and doing good things.
That's a great idea for him, but do you think it would happen?
Well, it's a personal decision, and one of the things that we know about image and rebranding is that people are quick to see through something that's not authentic. So every public figure needs to make that choice for themselves to determine, is that me? Can I do that? And if that's not the right solution for them, then there's probably another one. But I think that we'll see Lance Armstrong again in some interesting capacity in the public eye, and people will be quick to say, I remember that, but now he's doing good things again.
So Manti and Lance pretty much kind of have the same thing going on here. They've got to, as you said, rebrand.
Much the same thing. And do you remember Michael Phelps, our Olympic gold medal? Well, he smokes a little marijuana in the social media, and look, he's come back and done some nice things, and he's a good public figure again. People really think he's a cool guy, so it's possible.
Yeah, it can be done. Jeff Hahn, thanks so much for being in with us this morning.
Sure, great to be here.
All right.
Boeing's Dreamliner turned nightmare as federal investigators continue their probe.